You know what made me laugh? Was when Jonathan in the confessional was like, she doesn't care for me and she can't put herself in my shoes. She ain't gonna put herself in your damn shoes. The shoes ain't high enough. What is good, guys? Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing a recap of episode 3 and episode 4 of Love is Blind France. Let's get on with it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to your girl. Thank you very much. Okay, so episode 3, we continue on with the reveal between Cynthia and Jonathan. And that man is a short man. I wouldn't call him a short king because disappointment later on. So it was a very awkward reveal. Like the height difference, oh my god. Cynthia was like, obviously, like I didn't expect this man to be this short. But after, seeing him and everything, I'm a compromise. I'm gonna give this a go. Jonathan did not talk about the height, and he should have talked about the height so I would know what he was really thinking. But he basically said she's beautiful, she's everything, gave us all these fakery and lies. But he should have been truthful and told about the height because he didn't talk about the height at all. That's when I should have saw something was wrong there. Tatiana, like her, I feel sorry for her because, girl, these guys are just leaving like flies. Next guy, Gallian, that she's getting to know, who's 37, who I was thinking like at least there's just a 2-year age gap. He got kicked out of the experiment because man was, seeing all the girlies in the hotel. Netflix said, you out, you broke the rules. You shouldn't be talking to the outside world. She's heartbroken, and I'm thinking like she should just leave. Like right now, girl, go. That is a sound to leave. But she was just confused, heartbroken, but she still stayed out there. I'm gonna still find me a man. Like she is in a desperation mode. I'm like, we don't need to be this desperate. Like they also brought Gal into the mix as well, and he basically confessed that, it's all on me. I feel guilty. I'm the one to blame. I just feel sorry for the girls that, had this experience with. Someone decided to take it up on himself to talk to Tatiana from a parent to a parent. So he gave Tatiana the details. Like, don't tell anybody, but that man was getting to know the girls while he was in the past. And she's like, okay, well, this is a blessing in disguise. Peace out. So then we get introduced to a new guy, Van May. He's getting to know Sabrina. So Van May too, he's been in a long-term relationship, was cheated on. Everybody damn cheated on. But he's like, I'm a loyal guy. While I got cheated on, I did forgive the girl because I was someone who was always obsessed with work. Sabrina also see in the confessional, she's a possessive girlie. Like she goes to her boyfriend's phone, she does all that. I feel like women, we don't usually do that. It gives us hypertension. So at the same time, Sabrina's getting to know Julian. Julian one was very funny to me. Like, let's just cut to the chase. Julian basically says he's someone that needs constant reassurance because it's obvious because of his absent father. Like, he always wanted him to do more. He never praised him for anything. He has that, thought that he's definitely going to end up alone. He's going to end up being a failure. His father was just very hard on him. But then later, like, it seemed like they were clicking. But then later on, Julian said something like, last night, I thought of a girl outside. I thought of a girl on the outside that I spent some few days with. Like, we never finished a relationship or anything. But she just came to my mind. And then she just came to my mind while I was thinking about the outside world and, what that looks like. Sabrina is like, okay, thank you for the honesty. But she's gonna backtrack. She's gonna leave. I would leave there too. I would leave like, thanks for the honesty. Thanks for exposing yourself, but I'm out. And then Julian is so weird because he goes to the boy saying that, I'm so happy I stayed. I'm so happy I told the truth. I think I'm in love. It's like, boy, you're just thinking about another girl yesterday. So now they meet up again and Julian writes his heartfelt letter and Sabrina's like, okay, thanks for the letter, but this ain't gonna work. And he was like, girl, I was just being honest before. And she's like, thank you for being honest, but I need someone that's emotionally secure. I need someone that will be secure with. I need someone I will trust. I need someone that won't be thinking about some other girl. So then Julian leaves the experiment as it should, and I'm sure he's gonna go to that damn girl that I was thinking about. So obviously now Sabrina and Van May, they're good, and he proposes. So Charles talks to Sarah and says, this ultimatum that you gave me, like, I don't like it. It's making me to question. It makes me question how this is going to work out in real life. She basically says there's some things I won't reveal until you pick me. She basically says this experiment is about taking risks. Like, take a damn risk, Charles. Then he's like, do you think it's gonna work out despite things I don't know about you? She's like, yeah, baby, it's gonna work. Just pick me. Sarah is competing. She's competing with Julie. And I don't like her at all. She knows exactly what she's doing. It's like, we're in Love is Blind. We're trying to get we're trying to get married. Like, why are we forcing people to pick us? Charles was like, okay, we can move forward with this. So Sarah then goes to the girls and say, yeah, guys, he's gonna break it up with Julie. She speaks to Lucia. I said Charles has made a decision. The decision is me. Like I gave that damn ultimatum. I told him we gotta pick one, and he picked me. And why won't he even pick me? Like I'm a fun girly. We all know Julie is boring as fuck. And I'm like, what is the beef that you have with Julie? Like we're all here to get on, man. We're all dating multiple people, so what's with this unnecessary beef? She would just go there and tell Julie that, yeah, bitch, I won. So Charles speaks to Julie. He basically wants to end things with her, and Julie's like, you know, what's the reason? Like I thought we clicked so well, like we connect, like you're my mate kind of thing. She was fighting for her life. She was fighting for her life as she should. And then he was like, you know, there's some things that have to do with me picking Sarah over you. And the fact is that people were saying, in terms of the way you speak inappropriately. There's no modesty there. In terms of like sexuality, like you a slut. Julie told me you a slut. Like that's what it really meant. And she basically was like, they're spreading lies. They're making this like a competition. Like this is a serious thing. It's all lies. Charles, wake up. At the same time, she also had something prepared for him. She gave him like this mug, the sentimental mug and everything. And Charles' heart was filled. They saw Julie fighting for him, giving him a sentimental gift, and also saying all these things. They were spreading lies. They were putting dirt on my name. So Charles basically sees that this girl is an honest girl. Like I'm sticking with her. Sarah's basically like, how long does it take to break up with a girl? Like they've been there for like 2 hours. It should be like 3 minutes max. Come on now. So now Julie returns and she speaks to Chloe and says, guess what? Sarah's been talking shit about me. She be saying I'm a slut. She be saying I'm saying I'm speaking inappropriately. And she was like, if she's so confident about herself, she wouldn't be playing this kind of card, because that's not how it get down. So Charles basically told the guys that, guys, I changed my mind. Like I know I told Sarah that, you know, I pick her kind of thing, but after talking to Julie, she fought for me. And yeah, things have changed. So Tatiana, she decided to stay, obviously, and she's moving on with her final guy, Yannick. And Yannick is also getting to know Cindy. So Yannick and Cindy, they seem to connect. There seems to be like something there, but Yannick said, like, I don't see any spark. He said, I see zero spark here. And Cindy, she is trying her best to tell this guy, like, we would work. I know you're talking to someone else. I really hope that spark is real. But I feel like there's something there between us. And she told this guy to stand up, close his eyes, imagine they're somewhere, they're about to kiss. And then she's like, you know, how do you feel? Do you feel like it's intense or it's hard to imagine? And it's like, yeah, it's hard to imagine. Can I open my eyes now? Can I open my eyes now? She's like, Cindy, stop it. Like, I don't want you. You literally just told you there's no spark. Why are you forcing this? So now Tatiana and Yannick, they speak. Tatiana acknowledges, like, you know, I know you are getting to know Cindy. And Yannick reassures her that, girl, don't worry about Cindy. There ain't no spark there. Then Tatiana tears up, like, this was so unnecessary. Yannick was trying to express and say, you know, I'm feeling you over Cindy. But then she began to cry. It was like, girl, wake up. But then I understand, you know, so much emotions are going through the place. She's like, it feels like she's been rejected twice. That's how it feels like for her. And she don't want Yannick to do the same damn thing with Cindy. She's like, pick me. The cry was given, pick me. And he sure did pick you again. So Yannick proposes to Tatiana. I ain't surprised there. So then Cindy talks to Tatiana. You know, she doesn't understand, like, you were all about Thomas before. I don't know how you and Yannick had this magical spark. Like, I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't know, like, Tatiana doesn't owe you anything. Like, she came here for herself, as she should. Well, Yannick and Tatiana, the reveal, and Yannick is happy with what he sees. She got the whole package. So Charles and Sarah, Julie's situation. So obviously he likes Julie. So now he's speaking to Sarah to say let's end things, even though a few hours ago you told the girl you're gonna pick her. I love how Sarah was humble because she thought he was gonna pick her, and I'm really glad. I'm really happy to see that. So Sarah basically claps back and says, yeah, I need someone that can stick to their own decisions. And the fact that you're picking Julie over me and we're completely different, it was never meant to be. Girl thinks she's all that. Like, Sarah, you ain't all that at all. She basically tells Charles that don't try and DM me. I know you will try and DM me when you see me, but I ain't gonna reply, so don't try it. It's like, girl, come on now. Charles proposes to Julie. She speaks to one of the girls and say, yeah, he proposed. And, you know, the other girls, they were bitter. They were on Sarah's side. And the fact that Tatiana gave that little clap there and they even go towards her to congratulate her, it was giving bitterness. Sarah talks to the girls and say, like, he broke it off with me. And I'm sure, like, Julie begged him and said she would do anything for him to pick her. What's she trying to say? They meet in person and Julie does admit. Julie was like, this guy did not tick my box because this man, I ain't attracted to him at all, but you know, I have some type of affection for him, but the looks ain't giving. Like, this is not what I go for. So now we have our 6 couples. We're in Morocco, and Kim was doing too much. The fact that they came into their room and she was like, do we not have the staff here to open the drinks? It's like, girl, open the damn drink yourself. Like, this does not match with Thomas. Thomas seems like a very kind of laid back, reserved kind of guy, while Kim is the opposite. You can tell Thomas is uncomfortable, is insecure, everything. So we have Julie and Charles, and Julie still say like, I ain't feeling this guy, but she told Charles to his face and said, you're not really the type of person I would go for. But Charles like, it's okay, let's just, get on with the process. And they didn't even sleep together, which is good. I feel like you shouldn't be sleeping with a man that you only knew for like few hours, but that's not the same for other people. But anyways, they slept in separate rooms. I respect that. Yannick and Tatiana, the father was like, let's celebrate back love, please. Well, let's get into the altar before we start celebrating. Sabrina's like, this guy has not complimented my looks. So she basically said like, I love your body, you're looking good, everything. And she was expecting the guy to say the same back. It's like, boy, come on now. Aunt May gave her nothing. Girl, I was thinking Jonathan was damn man. I was thinking he was a freaking saint. This man is the opposite. That man is completely, definitely insecure. Cynthia basically says, usually her height will be my issue, but seeing Jonathan, it's not an issue at all. And as I prepare to meet the others, she basically says, she's telling her man like, this is what she's going to wear. She's going to wear these heels. And those heels were not that high. They were freaking kitten heels, or it's in my eyes. They weren't that high. She said she wants to wear heels, and Jonathan, the real Jonathan came out. He's like, you want the boys to laugh at me? You want me to be mocked? I was watching you to see what type of shoes we're gonna pick, and you picked heels? Like, boy, she met you with the damn heels in the first place in the reveal. She gonna wear her damn heels. She basically says, I didn't know height was an issue with you. You told me it wasn't an issue. I like to wear heels to feel confident beside my man. Like, heels is my thing. They had their whole argument. They were in the house, they went outside. He was screaming and shouting out freaking Cynthia and saying, you don't care about me, you don't think about me, you know what you're doing. I know it's not your problem, but it's my problem. Those boys are gonna laugh at me there. And that's exactly what you want. I am confused. Cynthia too is confused. It's like, boy, you freaking insecure. You know what made me laugh? Was when Jonathan in the confessional was like, she doesn't care for me and she can't put herself in my shoes. She ain't gonna put herself in your damn shoes. The shoes ain't high enough. They scream at each other and they're like, goodbye. Goodbye. They call it quits. They ain't going to that damn meetup. So now we have to meet up. So Thomas and Tatiana, they have a conversation. I'm thinking like, this is meant to be, they're supposed to be together. But anyway, he basically says he's happy she found someone, and she says the same as well. They're just happy that, as single parents, they found somebody to be with. Kim and Sabrina's like, please, does Van May look good? Sabrina, like, it feels like Sabrina ain't attracted to him either. So the whole compliment she was giving Van May, it wasn't real. So the girls, they confronted Charles. They're like, we need to speak to you. And the fact that Kim called Charles a little elf, that was disrespectful. So Tatiana accuses Charles. Is like, why were you stringing Sarah along when you knew you were gonna be with Julie? While Julie passed by, they told her that, Julie, you need to come here because you need to know, you need to read this man for the filth that he is, kind of vibes. And Julie came in saying that, guys, it's not like your business. Actually, should. It's actually none of their business. Sarah can have the conversation with Charles, with everything that she wants to know. Y'all gathering here trying to interrogate us is completely wrong. And they were like, girl, we need to know because Charles' behavior is questionable. So Charles was basically like, with Sarah, everything was rational, but with Julie, it wasn't rational. She touched my heart. She fought for me. She do this and that. And they were like, yeah. Good for you. Have your perfect love story. Fake. Julie then talks to Charles and says she's so pissed off. Like, these girls, they're mean girls. They are mean girls. Because the way they were slut shaming Julie, the way they were talking shit about her was very disrespectful. So after the whole conversation with Julie and Charles, Thomas expressed that he felt very sorry for Julie, and Kim ain't happy about that. Kim is like, as a man, as my man, you're supposed to back me up. So Kim tells the girl that she was disappointed with that comment that Thomas made while Thomas was talking to the boys, saying that I'm 37, I got a kid, I don't want to be caught up in drama. And they confront each other. Thomas just wants to clear things up and call it a day. Kim is like, you saying poor Julie, what's that supposed to mean? Like, you're supposed to be my man, supposed to back me. Him saying poor Julie means like you guys are mean girls and you interrogated the girl. That was an interrogation. And Thomas was just like, I'm just being empathetic towards the girl, nothing more. Kim was just like, you supposed to be my mate, would stand up for me in every situation, especially in public. So they both kind of walk off, and Thomas is out here in the confessional about to crying, saying that he's going to leave. And then in the preview, we see Kim saying that I don't care, like he can leave. The drama, the tea. And that is a wrap for the video. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, and like.